Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. Let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this page right here. Leave a positive or a constructive comment. Like this page, subscribe, and share to this page because this page is filled with lots of edutainment. What do you mean edutainment? Educational and entertaining. This particular topic will give us a little study on Batman. Yeah, all you Batman fans. Now, I am aware that this particular Batman is actually Richard Grayson from the Batman and Robin comics. However, this Batman has a wire cape and he looks cool. So we're just going to go ahead and assume this is Bruce Wayne. Now, through some sort of cosmic happenstance, Bruce Wayne has been shunted, exiled, trapped, whatever words you want to use, in the Marvel Universe. 616 proper. Now, I ain't so much concerned about how he's going to have resources to do whatever he's going to do because he's Batman, regardless of what he does or doesn't have. He's still Batman, right? Right. So, what's going to happen in this universe and who specifically are people that, because given their habits, their proclivities, their skills, Batman will be able to vibe with versus some folks because of their beliefs, skills, proclivities, Batman absolutely will not get along with. Now, straight out the gate, let's go with the people we think Batman's going to get along with. Because the ones he don't get along with, it's going to be a little different. Now, the first person I absolutely believe that Batman will have no problem hanging out with, this cat right here. Anthony Stark, aka Iron Man. Now, he's got a little attitude. He's a little snarky. He ain't what Batman's well, actually he is exactly what Batman is used to dealing with. And so it's the tech for Batman, it's the tech. Tony Stark is probably one of the most tech savvy folks on the planet. Um, and I think they will vibe well and hit it off, if nothing else, except from the tech point of view. And they might be able to combine their brains and knowledge. And who knows what they could come up with. I mean, he had Hellbat armor and all kind Justice Buster armor and all kinds of armors like that in his universe. So imagine combining with Tony Stark the kind of stuff he could come up with. Boggles the mind, doesn't it? See, this is a lot more fun to see who he'd beat up, right? Number two person that I think Batman would get along great with in the MCU. And I what I say that for? In the Marvel universe. You know what? Let's do it like this. Clint Barton. Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. Because Clint Barton's got that I dance to the beat of my own drum kind of attitude. And he's got that feisty, I don't care what anyone says kind of thing going on with him. Very similar to another archer that Batman used to kick it with back in his universe. Yeah, I think those two will get along just fine. Now, somebody I think he would get along with begrudgingly, but would still get along with them nonetheless. This guy right here, Blade. They are kindred spirits, basically. Single-minded in their missions, not necessarily team players. I'll play with a team if it suits my purpose, but for the most part, I'm doing what I'm doing solo dolo. And They're both pretty surly. They're both pretty brooding. I think the surliness and broodiness will kind of cancel one another out, and they just somehow find a way to get along. So Blade, probably begrudgingly, because doesn't have a problem rocking guns. Batman might have a slight problem with that, but Batman has worked with people who use guns anyway. And I think because Blade primarily uses his guns to take out the undead, Batman might be able to look past that. And if he's not, well, circle up. She Hulk. She Hulk is another person that I think Batman would get along just fine with because she's a fighter. She probably is very reminiscent to him of Diana of Themyscira, minus the green skin and the kind of club girl attitude. She's intelligent, probably intelligent enough to engage him in conversation. Could they end up smashing like Jennifer ends up doing with most people? Possibly. Depends on how lonely Bats is. Now, some people he could hang out with that might be kindred spirits to him, daughters of the dragon, would absolutely get along with Bruce Wayne. Why? Because they're detectives too. Detectives at heart. Something Batman could probably wrap his brains around. And they probably give him a little challenge. I mean, he's the greatest detective in his universe. Let's see how great of a detective he is in this universe. Now, quick list of people who I feel like Batman would get into it with. Now, I know what you're thinking. Matt Murdock? Daredevil, the man without fear, the man who practically has a fanatical desire to protect Hell's Kitchen, like Batman had a fanatical desire to protect Gotham? Well, I don't think it's going to be a problem between these two because of their philosophies about protection and defense of a city. Both of these men also have another thing in common. They like to have a female partner kicking it with them at one time or another. Enter one Electra Nachios. She is going to cause a love triangle out of this world between Matt, herself, and Bruce. That's why Batman and Daredevil ain't gonna get along. Know who else ain't gonna get along with Batman in the 616? T'Challa, the Black Panther. Why? Again, similar in ways, but not. Why are they not going to get along? Simple. Because they think too much alike. They strategize too much. They both have too much prep. So he's not going to get along with T'Challa because T'Challa is looking to plan fail safes and get ready for him, just like he's planning fail safes to get rid of T'Challa. Yeah, it ain't gonna mesh. They're oil and water and vinegar and all the other things that don't mix. And he's a king too. Yeah, Bruce isn't feeling that at all. Another person he ain't gonna get along in a position of authority with? One Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. Cyclops gonna give him a stare. Again, same reasons, position of authority. And then on top of that, Scott's a little bit of an a-hole. So there's that. Self-explanatory. Come on now. Really? Last but certainly not least, Ghost Rider. Why? Because he done cornered the market on vengeance, and Batman probably wouldn't like that very much. Also, sometimes his methods with dealing with his foes can be a little extreme, to say the least. Batman ain't gonna like it. But what can Batman do about it? Honestly. Batman in the MCU. Who else is he going to get along with? Who else is he not going to get along with? Drop it in the comments. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. Y'all know how it goes.